Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
Let's begin now.
Look at that. Friday. Finally here. Feels good. Welcome to the freaking weekend, y'all. And short week right around the corner for next week. Things are coming up JJ this morning, man. Hey.
Yeah.
Explain to me this real quick. I'm about a mile and a half out from the radio station. In the city, doing 31 miles an hour.
Okay.
I go through a green light, perfectly green, no yellows, no anything. Cop sitting at the stoplight, going the other way. Whips out on me from me to you for about a mile.
Really? You look a little sus. I'm going to be honest.
I get that it was like, 4 o'clock in the morning. But why do that? Why get that close? And there's nobody else on the road.
Yeah.
Why get that close?
Well, you never know if your car identifies as something that they're on the lookout for.
They can't see the license plate from that far away, from 5 car. But that's fine. Come up on me, get the license, run it.
Yeah.
Then back up. But it was like, it was hazardous. Like if I would have saw a deer or a cat or something and I would have had slam on the brakes, there was no way he would have been able to stop without hitting my tailgate.
So he followed you into downtown here?
Into downtown, and then when I peeled off to go to the radio station, he peeled off to go to the cop shop. He or she, I guess.
Maybe he got a call right then and there.
Then
had to
there's
whip
two
around.
lanes. There's 2 lanes.
Where?
There's 2 coming all the way down 9th.
Oh, you were, okay.
All the way right behind me. I don't even understand it. And I was in the left lane, right? So when he took a right to be a proper driver, he would have stayed in the right lane, but he made a moving violation and moved into the left lane. Improper driving, number 1. I should have did a citizen's arrest.
Well, I guarantee
2,
he's up right now. Probably listening.
But I just don't understand why so close, so long. I get it if you got to see my license plate and you want to run it real quick and make sure there aren't any warrants or anything. I get all that. But then why so close, so long?
I don't know. Wish I could answer that. But if you have nothing to hide,
I didn't.
Cruise.
I didn't. I did. I said the cruise at 31. All the way down. And I don't get that. Like, you want to protect, you want to serve, you want to be part of the community, you want people to be approachable to you and everything like that. Then why right up on me the whole way?
Yeah. No clue. I hope we can get answers if they call in.
Didn't get it. What'd you do yesterday? Oh, how was our Thanksgiving feast? I went to the gym because the turkey was delayed getting done. And my thought was, I'm going to get a quick workout in. I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
And I did. I really thought I was going to come back. And then I was just like,
It wasn't bad. It was I had to do all the sides because the turkey, of course, was late. And so I was like, I got stuff to do. I got to go to Costco, got to run some errands, get Liam. So I had a plan for the rest of my day. So I just had some mashed potatoes, some stuffing, a deviled egg, which I live for deviled eggs.
Who paid for that?
Nobody. If I had had more than one, then we'd be singing a different tune. And then what else did I have? Some carrots and some cauliflower. And then the owner of the company brought in his air fryer and was making chicken wings.
Nice.
I'm sold. I have to get
I can't believe you don't have an air fryer. You're the only one that doesn't have one.
I think I am because everyone was like, oh, you can make this. I've never had a better steak than in the air fryer.
Hey, do those carrots mess you up?
No, I love carrots.
So we have a mutual friend that I saw. She posted yesterday that she got up early and was doing some work like before the rest of the family got up.
Yeah.
And she was hungry. So she grabbed a bag of baby carrots and a little you can get those single serving ranch things.
Yeah. Like the dill cup I had the other day.
And she ate all the carrots by accident. Like she was just working and chomping. And throughout the rest of the day, she was sick. Like you can have too many carrots. She said it wrecked her from the inside.
Maybe they were old. Were they slimy?
I don't know. I wasn't there. She lives in Arizona.
And who accidentally eats all the carrots? That's a weird word to use. It's like if I use that word with chips, then people are like, oh, you're fat. But like if she accidentally eats a bunch of carrots, it's like, oh, you're so healthy. You're like overly healthy. It's not fair. And the double standard is really going to get me in the
world
end.
Sucks, doesn't it? Hey, happy holidays from all of us here in the Playhouse. It's Kat and JJ. This is weird that you want to talk about this because I don't feel like I'm going to be able to participate much.
I know because I just feel like you don't even know how to spell budget.
No. I'm quite educated. The problem is I have the wife. All right. And the Trisha has one budget rule when it comes to this time of the year.
That there's no budget.
Swipe till it stops.
Yeah.
That's what she will do. She says, just swipe till it stops, then move on to the next card.
Scary.
I can't even tell. I'm not, but it's been happening for so long. When we had kids, and I can almost guarantee on my deathbed, I'll be happy that Trish decided to participate this way. But it is balls to the walls when Christmas comes around. And that's, our kids are so spoiled. But I don't know if she's ever just said, let's just have a budget. I think it's, let's spend as much as we think we need to spend on them to show them. I think she's buying their love is really what she's doing. Yeah. And then we'll figure it out in January and February.
Like I said, I think it was yesterday. I was like, I don't even know what to get my kid because I feel like he has everything.
And the problem is what they want when they get older. It's $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, so I'd rather save my money now than when it gets really expensive. But I was reading about these couples that are signing Christmas prenups because of inflation. I don't think you need to sign anything. I feel like that's a conversation, right? Like an adult, normal, marital conversation. Like, do not go out and spend $1,000 on me. No need.
We, a while back, decided we weren't going to buy each other anything anymore. And then we even did this with my sister and like my niece and my nephew and said, listen, we'll spend the money on the kids.
Yes.
Like as adults, we probably have what we need at this point in our lives. Let's spend the money on the kids. It's a little bit more magical when they're opening those gifts versus me getting a new pair of slippers or a bathrobe from my sister. You know what I mean? So that's where Trish and I have been this way for many, many years is we just say happy birthday and we move on.
That is where we're at with both of our families. And I'm so excited that we have a budget now, a limit. Before, if you gave like $30 in gifts, somebody would give you $60 and then you would feel like ultimate trash. What I don't agree with, though, is that some parents are having their kids sign these prenups.
So what does that prenup say?
The prenup says inflation is happening. We don't have the money that we normally do. This is what Christmas is going to look like, and you're not going to throw a fit.
Well, it takes the magic out of it,
That's what I think. It's like kids don't need to know about your money woes ever. I don't think kids should ever know that you are worrying about money because kids worry more than you know.
Jesus has to be sad about this.
I think so.
This has got to make Jesus sad.
Yeah. Even if you don't have a ton of money, you can make things magical. It's
Those wise men made it work. You know what I mean? They had to travel a long way and they still made it work.
I know that.
I think we're losing the spirit of the season here with these prenups.
But what is your budget? I'm going to read back some of these social, like the Snap responses that I got from other
Was
parents.
it surprising to you how much money people are spending on their kids?
We are all over the board.
Really?
Like some spending. This one woman says that she spends between $4,000 and $5,000, which would be my mother-in-law.
$5,000. Okay, if you've got grandkids, if you have 10 grandkids, I probably get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find these screenshots.
As a parent, I mean, what if you got 3 kids and you're spending $4,000 on each kid? You're gonna spend $12,000 on Christmas?
I know.
Holy moly!
It was a ton of money. A lot of people spending a ton of money, making me feel like trash.
I had, up until you said it a couple of minutes ago, I had never heard the term Christmas prenup.
How unsexy.
Yeah,
How
no, I get that.
Christmassy.
I get that people are, and again, prenuptial. You're not really taking any nuptials during Christmas, but I get what you're trying to say is that.
Why wouldn't it be like a Christmas contract? Like, hey, you're not going to throw a fit or spend extra money. Here's our budget.
But like your contract is an agreement between two people. I don't think your kid is going to agree to get less.
I know.
You know, you're just telling them basically, hey, Christmas is going to be a little leaner this year. I get that. Every family likely has one or two or maybe a bunch of those years where it's just not going to be as, I guess, generous.
I have always had Christmases that felt magical. Like I never sat there.
Because you've had a bunch of family around and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes it magical is you're around there with your family and everyone's having a good time and you maybe haven't seen some people in a long, long time. It's not necessarily that the kids get caught up in who's got the most gifts under the tree.
And remember, parents, if you're not feeling the holiday, you can't decide that for everybody else. Like you got to muscle through it and then go cry in your car, you know? Like if you hate the holidays, if you're one of those people, you got to muscle through it. You cannot be selfish because this is going to wreck them for the rest of their life. They're going to look back and remember those Christmases where mom was a Grinch or dad was a Grinch.
Most people here have, they're between $250 and $500, most of our texters, as far as the budget per child.
So Roxy was on her way to work and she said that her budget is $450 per kid and they have 4 kids. I think that is extremely generous. I don't know.
Yeah, the problem is your kid doesn't. Here's where it gets blown out of the water. When your kid, if you're waiting and you keep telling your kid if they need a new phone, their phone is jacked up, it doesn't charge, it doesn't work right or whatever, and you keep telling them, just wait for Christmas, wait for Christmas, wait for Christmas. I mean, then it's $800 for a phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that $400 per kid thing is all, you know?
I know. And
that's just the one gift then. And as a parent, you're like, they can't just open one thing. You got to get them a bunch of other, like, smaller things. This is where, like, you get them socks.
Yeah.
Or you get them Tootsie Rolls or something like that.
Basketball
you know what I mean?
shorts.
Yeah, something like that.
All I say is just do not let the kids in on any money issues that you're having.
Yeah, they don't have to know what you spend.
Not at all, ever.
I agree there.
Frontier Airlines is launching an all-you-can-fly annual pass for only $599. You're like, wow, what a deal. But there is a caveat.
It doesn't suit you if you are going to a wedding, to a childbirth, to a conference, to a funeral, to a concert. If you have to be there at a very set time, this is not for you, because the reservation can only be made the day before you travel. Oh. This is good for domestic and Puerto Rico.
If you're one of those nomads that you just love to hop on a flight and go somewhere, I can't live that lifestyle. I'm a planner, but this might be for you. $5.99, can't beat that. Speaking of flying, if you're going for the holidays, TSA has now sent out an alert yesterday telling holiday travelers what they can and cannot take on flights. People are allowed now this year to bring pies, cakes, turkeys.
How about a turducken? Is that in there?
Hams, no, mac and cheese, and other Thanksgiving side dishes. So the meat can be cooked, frozen, or raw. Let's see here. Sauce, gravy, alcohol, and syrups must be placed in check bags, though. So really, you can't wait until where you're going to pick up all the items that you need from the local grocery store. That sounds like a hassle to bring mac and cheese in my carry-on. No, thank you. All right, so the latest official Scrabble Players Dictionary has 500 new words. You might be like, why? How? I just played a Scrabble, I don't know, like a month ago, and I tried to put totes my goats in, and it didn't go. It might now. I got to check because they're putting stuff like guac. Not guacamole, but you could do guac or faux hawk, adulting, stuff like that. Those are all some of the new words. A new study reveals that there are sounds that Americans hate to hear. So these are the top 3.
I'm having difficulty controlling the volume of my voice.
Talking loudly, chewing.
Nails on a
chalkboard.
Okay.
So we're going to end on a lovely note. These are the ones we love to hear. Yes. You cannot laugh.
Oh, baby.
Singing. And a rainstorm. Rainstorm is actually number 1.
That's what we love to hear.
If I had more of like
no. I'm thinking more of like waves and birds chirping, like like an evening by the creek.
Right.
More than rain. Rain depresses me. You can't do anything outside.
My brother scored a lovely wife because their family has a cabin, and sitting in that hammock, listening to the leaves blow in a slight breeze, and then people driving by on a boat.
Yeah.
Like that is some of the most calming moments of my year when we get to go up there.
With that. The following people will remain nameless, but have not had the greatest of weeks. Welcome to another FML Friday. Kat, please get us started.
Today, we went to couples counseling. After a while, the therapist said to me, "Madam, since we've started, your husband has managed 2 full sentences without you interrupting him. And most of what you said was frankly childish whining. I'm starting to realize I might be the problem." FML. But that's what therapy's for.
I wonder if that happens. I wonder if you sit there and have a moment of levity where you're like, oh, this is all my fault. Today, I was making sweet, sweet love with my girl to the point where she lost consciousness temporarily. It seemed like she had had a stroke, so I had to call the ambulance. Now she gets to spend 2 days in the hospital because I'm great in the sack.
Oh, my God.
FML. Kind of, right?
Could be worse. Today, I encouraged my husband to form a band with some friends of his that are also middle-aged. I just had no idea they would name their band The Wet Fart. FML.
What's the one in the Wimpy Kid? Is it diaper? Loaded diaper.
Loaded diaper.
That's great. I like that one. Today, I had to explain to my 15-year-old son why it would not be a good idea to include a picture of the Red Power Ranger in his Weapons Throughout History project for history class. FML.
Today, I found out my boss was quiet firing me on purpose. Apparently, his daughter, who works at the same company, is pregnant now and needs a promotion. I have a master's and have been here for 9 years. She dropped out of college because it was just, quote, too hard. And the other day, she put a metal spoon in the microwave. FML. Oh, man.
Finally, today everyone at school told me to wish my brother a happy birthday. We're twins.
Oh, no. I love doing that to twins. When were you born? Same birthday?
At this point, how many tarot card readings do you think you've done for our listeners over the years?
Wow, countless. I would say in the hundreds. And a quarter of those have been correct. So
I bet you more than those.
Last week was freaky how on I was.
I would say normally we're hitting about 50%, but last week was like a straight 1,000.
Yeah.
And we're doing well.
I love when they confirm what I'm saying.
Hey, Summer, how you feeling today?
A little froggy, but other than that, I'm good.
So
Okay.
is this a sickness or is it just like I have a cousin who wakes up and sounds like this every single day?
No, I've had this cough, mucus crap for 3-4 weeks. It's awful.
It happened to me earlier in the year, and it was tough to get rid of. And my doctor just said it's viral, and it's just got to run its course.
Yeah. He was coughing all day, every day. I wanted to drive off a bridge. It was rough.
Her life is so...
My daughter's in kindergarten, so...
No, I would get it here, and then...
With a new cold, I get it.
Derek had the same thing. So I was like, I got it at home. I got it at work. I couldn't escape the coughing. So,
Right?
yeah.
Well, hopefully your life's looking up. We're going to read your horoscope first here. It looks like you are a Leo. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, what's going on with Summer here, Kat?
Acting with kindness towards others will bring you emotional fulfillment today. It always does for me. If you're kind to somebody, it's like you can go on with your day knowing you did something right. You're encouraged to let go of any grudges that you've been carrying. Don't be afraid to grant forgiveness. And then watch out for deception later on this afternoon. And then be mindful not to trust any gossip that you read online or hear through the grapevine, okay?
Okay.
That game of telephone is dangerous.
That's what I thought.
Here we go.
Now
This
your
is-
horoscope. What card?
While she was on hold, the Ace of Wands popped out.
Ooh, I like this one.
So that stands for energy, projects, and adventure. So that's what your future holds for you. And we never know if it's the near future or far off in the future, but
All right, we like to keep it vague. That way everybody's involved.
that's promising. It wasn't like the card of death or anything, so that's really good.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome.
That's what I thought.
Feel better.
All right. Thank
Look,
you.
Summer,
Yeah,
hopefully-
appreciate it. You guys have a great day.
Yeah,
You
hopefully
too.
the great medical advice we gave you will work out today. So,
Let me use the power of the tarot to show you the way. Call me now for your free reading.
and then Amy is right here for her free reading. Amy, how you feeling?
A little under the weather today, but
Oh,
Everybody's
we're managing.
sick. All right.
Okay.
Well,
That's what I thought.
you are a Gemini. Is that correct?
yes.
That's what I thought.
okay, here we go. Geminis, all Geminis today. You'll be in the mood to move away from situations, items, people that no longer bring you joy today. That is a great feeling. So this cosmic climate will also ask you to tap into your personal power in an effort to get organized and reclaim control of your life. You'll have a chance to soothe your heart later on tonight. Okay, so it's always nice when you can end your day on a positive
Does that
note.
sound like it's aligned with what you got going on?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, this is amazing how well these work. That's,
What is one thing or who is one person that doesn't bring you joy that maybe you need to nix today?
Just a lot of people at work.
Yeah.
she can't narrow it down to one.
That's what I
Okay.
thought.
We won't go any further in case they're listening. Okay, so the Five of Swords, was chosen for you today, and it stands for accepting limitations, realism, and time management. Do you have an issue with time management?
Sometimes, yeah.
That's what I thought.
I got so much going on that
Yeah.
I can't fit it all in.
But you're
Like
not one
what?
of those people that shows up late for a meeting with a Starbucks, are you? Because you're like,
No.
oh my God, I was running so late, but you had time to go to Starbucks.
Of course.
Oh,
That's
oh,
what
you
I
are.
thought.
Okay. All right, Geminis, move on with life today.
Have a great day. Hope you feel better, Amy.
Thank you.
Many months ago, we ran across a set of tarot cards at a rummage sale. They were 50 cents. We said we don't have that kind of money. Got them for $25. And since then, they have been taking Playhouse listeners' lives to the next level. Today, we've got time for one more.
Uno más.
Lee, how you feeling this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Have you ever had your tarot read? Thanks for asking, by the way.
No, I haven't. This will be a first for me.
Virgin territory. I like it. And we know from talking to you just a couple seconds ago, you're an Aries. That's correct?
I am. Very strong Aries.
Okay, not a weak Aries. Kat, do you have a category for the strong Aries?
I do.
Okay,
right
good.
Here today, you'll have focus on evolving your professional standing. So step into the roles that you're hoping to fill right now. Understanding, though, that new responsibilities will require you to make a few changes. Unfortunately, inexperience and disorganization could trigger self-conscious nerves. So get that in check. But then you'll have a chance to shake off the funky vibes and focus on wellness this evening.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right. I got a lot of stuff going.
Perfect.
Are you disorganized, or what are you hoping to move up to at work? Make a change.
I'm actually looking at a career change right now, and looking at a move.
You're looking at boobs?
A move.
Oh. Like, same.
Well,
you should see my work computer.
Yeah.
That too. All right, Lee.
What card popped up for Lee this morning?
Ace of Pentacles, which actually goes along really well with your horoscope. Planning, preparation, and determination. So it says the key to financial success is preparation. It's always nice to feel prepared. All right, Lee?
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck
Have
with
a great
everything.
weekend, man. One of the things that I've enjoyed over the last couple of years doing this show and being on your radio every morning is Kat's slow progression into crotchety woman.
Not true.
During the last song, she turned to me and said, I had a 70-year-old woman call me ma'am at TJ Maxx.
I did. There's something, when it snows out, I belong at TJ Maxx. So when I saw it was snowing, I went to TJ Maxx yesterday. I wanted to see if I could get some stuff for my niece, wanted to check out some candles, and we are in need of phone chargers. And I saw that there was like a wall of phone chargers. So I was
Where do
standing
they
there.
all go? There's got to be
I have no idea.
a stockpile that the military has been getting of phone chargers, because I buy 50 a year. I bet at least 50 a year.
There's only 3 of us in the house, and nobody knows. I'm like, how does nobody know?
I'm pretty convinced that when either of my older children come home from college, that they bring 2 or 3 back with them every time.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They just throw it in their pocket.
Can't you
I'll
just-
need this for later.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't get it. You got 1 in your bedroom.
Yeah.
You got 1 at work, probably. You got 1 in your car, probably 1 or 2 in the kitchen. Well, I mean, where
Don't
else do you
get it.
need these things?
I think we went from 5 like 2 months ago. Now we have 1 that we're bringing from room to room. And I'm like, keep it next to my bed. That's mine. So I was looking, and this woman, she wasn't paying attention, but she had her cart and she was looking over here, and then she ran into the back of my ankles. And I just kind of like it made me collapse, when someone pushes the back of your knee pits and you're like, "Where?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am."
Oh.
I was like, I look back, her hair couldn't be bluer. And I was like, "Excuse you, ma'am. I am a quarter of your age."
But you're too nice and you don't confront anyone, so you
No,
just
I
went,
said,
oh, no, that's not a
"Oh,
problem.
no
Don't worry
problem."
about it." Yeah.
Like walked away, but I felt a certain way.
You're bothered when somebody calls you ma'am?
I don't mind it, but it's happening more and more. Like the guy at Bill's Superette, I think he was like 18. He could call me that. That's fine. But when you're 70, you don't need to call me that. Well, I'm sorry, honey. That's when honey comes in. You can call me honey. But if you're my age and you call me honey, that bothers
When
me.
I get to sir, I always go, that's my dad. I just...
What do you want to be called, dude?
Just JJ.
Bruh?
Like, even the players I coach, I don't like it when they call me anything but JJ.
Oh, really?
Coach is fine. But it just feels weird, you know what I mean? Like, you want to have a different connection. But I just can't believe that threw you off because she called you ma'am.
Yeah.
That's buck wild.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.